We drove deep into the Arizona desert to visit White Pocket, one of the strangest places we saw during our Southwest trip. The place almost didn't look real, more like a movie set for a science fiction film than the Arizona desert. It looked like a perfect place to film a Mars landing. Unlike nearby destinations such as the Wave, White Pocket does not require a difficult permit lottery, but reaching it is still not easy. You can drive there yourself with a proper high-clearance four-wheel drive vehicle, but we did not want to risk our rental Nissan Rogue on deep sand roads, so we booked a private tour with Paria Outpost. Even from there, the drive still takes almost 2 hours. The farther we drove into the desert, the stranger the landscape became. We passed the same road we had taken earlier toward Wire Pass and Buckskin Gulch, but this time we kept going deeper into the Vermilion Cliffs area. Our guide Steve drove surprisingly fast across terrain that would probably terrify most visitors. Clearly, he had done this route hundreds of times before. Along the way, he talked about local politics, tourism, life in the desert, and the unusually hot weather during our trip. The time passed quickly. The last section of the drive was the roughest, with deep sand and uneven terrain, but Steve handled it effortlessly. Eventually, we arrived at the White Pocket parking area, where a few people were camping overnight nearby. White Pocket itself is actually very easy to explore once you finally get there. From the parking area, it is only a short walk onto the rock formations, where you can wander freely across one of the strangest landscapes we experienced during the entire trip. Unlike many crowded Southwest destinations, White Pocket felt quiet, remote, and largely untouched by development. During most of our time there, we saw very few people. The rock formations almost looked like melted marbleized ice cream in some places, and giant cracked dragon scales spread across the desert in others. Some parts looked less like geology and more like aliens stopped for a picnic and forgot their melting ice cream behind. In some areas, the white surface suddenly breaks open, exposing deep reds, oranges, yellows, and pink layers underneath. Steve explained that the pale formations here are sometimes called cauliflower rock because of their strange white texture and layered appearance. He also explained where the name White Pocket comes from. The white refers to the pale sandstone formations that stand out against the surrounding red desert, and the word pocket comes from natural basins in the rock where rainwater collects after storms. For early ranchers traveling through this harsh desert landscape, these pockets of water were extremely important. You can still see signs of that history today, including tracks left by cattle and goats that came through the area searching for water over many decades. After rain, some of these pockets fill with water and create beautiful reflections across the white sandstone. As we continued exploring, the landscape kept becoming stranger. Some of the smaller depressions in the rock almost looked like giant footprints pressed into the sandstone. Some appeared in repeating patterns, one hole, then two side by side, almost like steps crossing the rock. Standing there surrounded by formations this unusual, it was easy to let your imagination wander. This entire region around White Pocket and Coyote Buttes is also known for ancient dinosaur track sites, dating back roughly 190 million years. Once you start thinking about how landscapes like this formed, it is easy to disappear down a rabbit hole of geology, history, and mystery. The longer we stayed, the more unreal the place began to feel. White Pocket almost felt like a small island of twisted stone, surrounded by empty desert in every direction. And then suddenly, the formations end, and the open desert begins again. As the sun slowly changed position, the colors and shadows across the sandstone changed with it. Every few minutes, the landscape seemed to look completely different. We really did not want to leave. Time moved surprisingly fast out there. Eventually, it was time to begin the long drive back across the sand roads towards civilization. Looking back, White Pocket was probably one of the most visually unique places we visited during our Southwest trip. Less crowded, less commercial, more mysterious. Not really a difficult hike, more like walking through a strange geological dream hidden deep in the Arizona desert. Would we come back again? Definitely yes.